Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen right now. Set them straight. Saw that in Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street, people. Where Leonardo DiCaprio plays a corrupt con man who makes a shitload of money and has sex with beautiful women. It's a disgusting story. It's despicable. But he can sell his ass off. I'm going to teach you guys something about selling right now that it probably is not where you think I would go with this. A lot of people think it's magical words you say or a magical script, and those things do help, and if you go to the gene pool, then you'll see those right there. We give a whole bunch of sales training, but this is bigger than that. I'm going to give you the most helpful closing strategies ever. Because if you have the best ad, the best leads, but you can't get those people to give you money, then you'll go bankrupt and fail. Your whole family will be starving on the street. They'll never eat again. You'll have to separate to go look for food and beg, but then when you come back, they're gone, and you missed it. And life's over just like that. So if you don't want that to happen to you, I suggest you listen up. 2 keys to selling. And then the third one's a doozy, okay? Peep it. It is all about this. A transfer of energy and a transfer of confidence. A transfer of energy and a transfer of confidence. What's that mean? Especially when you're selling on the phone, understand this. The prospect will always mimic you. The prospect will always mimic you. I'll show you an example right now. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I'm going to, I don't know, I just hope this was really helpful, and I'm going to teach you a little bit more about closing. I'm just going to go to my board for a second. And, can you guys see the board okay? Is everything all right? Is everything good? Is everybody good? Now, you guys know I'm joking right now, but some of you are still like, okay, I get it. And you got bored and you picked up your phone. It's what you really just did right now, right? This is so important because if you approach a client and say, hey, nice to meet you, Billie Jean. Do you ever have that, like that person who's awkwardly energetic? Like, hey, what's up, man? Super nice to meet you. And at first you're like in your head, oh my God, what's going on? Nice to meet you too. Hey, super da-da-da. Like you automatically get into it. This right here is important because once you can transfer the energy, you can transfer the confidence. Let me show you what I mean. There's an old saying that the person who wins in an argument is the person who's more confident, okay? So there's a universal truth, and it goes like this. If the customer believes you, they will buy. Period. If the customer believes you, they will buy. The more certain they are, the more likely they are to take action. I actually want a worksheet based off this. I know we don't have one. Yeah, I want to build it. Just a certainty bar. All right? The more trust, the more likely they are to buy. So watch this. If I told you guys right now to give me $25,000 and I want you to wire that shit to me by next week because I have a course that's so good that when you apply what I teach you, you're going to make $100,000 guaranteed no matter what. If I told you that promise, then any human, if you believed me 100% certainty, would do what? What would you do? Even if you don't have it, you would fucking find a way to get $25,000. You would borrow from a friend. You would go on the streets. You would make a Facebook ad and say, everyone, give me this because guess what? I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, in a week, I'm going to have $100,000 because Billie Jean told me so, and I believe him. That makes sense? That makes sense. It's true. It's the truth. If your customer believes you, they will buy. So when you go up to a client, and this is for my marketers out there, and you say, hey, I'd like to do your marketing for you, and it's going to be $3,000 a month. And they say, let me think about it. My partner's not here. After I get back from vacation, because now's not a good time. You know what they're really saying? I don't believe that I will make more than $3,000 as a result of working with you. That's it. They are saying nothing else to you. You know what they're really saying to you? Fuck you, you're a liar. You're lying to me. So, how do you combat that? Number one is energy of what I talked about, right? The person who approaches you and is kind of unsure of themselves, it's like a combination of energy and certainty, right? The person who's like, you know, I think I can get you results, and I know I did it one time, and this guy, Billie Jean, said I should do like this. Well, here's my worksheets. Just try. Come on now. All they're thinking about is, wow, this motherfucker really doesn't know what they're doing. Now, what am I telling you, right? This is the catch. I'm not telling you to hype yourself up before a sales meeting, start doing a dance, shaking it out, woo, and just go and try and sell someone hot air. That's wrong. What I'm telling you is to get results. What are you talking about, Billy? Get results. Because when you get results, it creates certainty. Micro wins, guys. For example, my daughter, she's 1. She's just getting like through the walking. Now she's like walking all over the place. But when she first started, she would try and pick herself up, and she would like be on the floor, and she'd go, and then she would fall, and then she would fall, and then she would fall. And all she had to do this whole time was just move her left foot in front of her right to really start walking. And then one time, she did it. And she took 3 steps, and she fell. Fuck. Now, she fell, but keep in mind, she took 3 steps. So what does she do? Gets up again. Now she takes 4 steps. Now she fell, but every single time, she was getting further and further and further. Now she's in the Olympics. Walking everywhere. Dad, right? Because she would get these micro wins, which were steps, right, for her. And pretty soon, she took so many steps, she was certain that she could walk. So she has the confidence to do it. Now she's at the beach. Now she'll walk up to me, Dad, give me food. Dad, give me, so can you crawl somewhere? No, I don't crawl anymore, I'm a walker, right? With your clients right now, the reason why you don't have the energy, why you're not transferring the confidence, is because you're uncertain of the results that you can produce. And it comes out in your cells. Now, how do you fix that? You get results, right? You guys know I'm crazy about do case studies first, right? A lot of people think you do case studies to earn trust with the client, which is partly true. But the bigger truth is you're doing case studies to prove to yourself what you can do. When I charge people 30 grand, we bring in 100 grand in a fucking day. Let me tell you something. It was more powerful for me to make $500 and someone have that and send it to me on PayPal than we have in the office 100 grand a day. Because here, I was so uncertain that this was possible. And as I kept getting more and more and people kept paying me, this just happened. It happened. Because of previous wins, you become certain. So right now, what I encourage you to do is start small. Start getting some wins. Go into a couple of restaurants, do some advertising for them. And once you get those wins, all of a sudden you're gonna have the confidence to sell people $10,000 packages. because you know what you can produce, right? Kind of side tangent there, but I think you guys get the point. Does that make sense? Makes sense, right? So, going back. Didn't you guys think closing was going to go a completely different direction? But it doesn't. Like, this is the big part. There's energy. I'll give you one last story to kind of paint it. Go ahead, zoom in on Rhea. No. So, I make Rhea do things like, she'll be a buyer sometimes. So we buy a lot of flash drives. You can come back here now. We buy a lot of flash drives and things of such. And no matter what happens, you know, me being in sales so long, she'll come to me with a price and say, Billy, this costs this amount of money. And I say, Rhea, go back and tell them we're only willing to pay X amount of dollars. What do you say?
I dread it, but then I go and do it.
She dreads it. She hates it. Billy, why don't you just do it? You got the money. You're so damn cheap. Blah, 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 blah. This motherfucker's making me call them and negotiate. They're not going to say no anyway. She told me this is her rock bottom price. So, Ray, what happened? Yeah, they discounted it $500. Now, watch this. We've done that 4 or 5 times. And so now she's gotten better at it, but yet she still is hesitant to do it sometimes. Because to truly get certain takes repetition and practice. So don't think you're going to go out, get one client, or if you're a business owner, sell one widget, and all of a sudden be sold on the shit. It takes practice. Repetition equals mastery. Once you master something, you become certain. Once you're certain of something, you will get results because you will take action.